Hello guys, my name is Dave Oconi. I'm a Canadian citizen born in Montreal of Congolese nationality. So here I present myself because I want to come up front with a new project, a new business, a new economic business, which is called ECONIZE-MORE. Before I talk about my project, I would like to say, I understand Canada pushes education and work first and want to reward the worker for contribution through taxes in Canada. Also understand that the civilians are saying this contribution that Canada is putting into the civilian is very small. So I came with an idea and a business that could fix it. A business that could fix Canada's economy, but also could come in revenue as we license this business to other country. This is Dave Oconi, and let me present to you ECONIZE-MORE, a national stability and income framework. So what is ECONIZE-MORE? ECONIZE-MORE is a national economic stability program designed to raise national stability to 96 and 98% within 3 and 5 years. Strengthen the national currency, support low-income citizens, reward taxpayers, reduce disability medication expenses, create workforce opportunities, and generate billions through international licensing. So first, what are we focused on? Me, myself, being a low-incomer, I understand the struggle of finances. So first, we want to generate enough to give low-incomers $2,000 a month. Qualification for this must be taxes. Amen? Now, the second focus we have is high-incomers. We know that high-incomers have contributed a lot in Canada. So high-incomers range between $100K and $2 million a year. We want to reward y'all $12,000 to $20,000 every 2 to 4 months for your contribution and taxes and your work in Canada. Your reward are based on high contribution, stable financial participation, and strengthening the national economy engine. This reassures respect between us and y'all as citizens. Disability citizens will have $3,000 to $5,000 a year, intended to reduce medication costs to improve stability. Any disability people will need proof of medication up front of the doctors. Non-worker and non-disabled citizen will have $230 to $530 per month. Benefits changes every year. Let me elaborate. If you're a non-worker and you started working, next year you could be eligible, the following year you could be eligible for $2,000 a year if you have contributed in the taxes. So this for y'all changes every year. I hope you understand. Workforce expansion impact. If 1.5 million currently non-working citizens join the workforce, an average of income is of $34,000. New taxable income becomes $51 billion a year, and an estimated tax revenue of $7.6 billion a year. A customer spending impact. Low-income citizens will receive $2,000 a month, $72 billion a year directly into economy. The multiplier is a 1.3 to a 1.5. 93 to 10 billion a year total in economic impact. Poverty cost reduction. The government savings from reduced poverty is of $12,000 to $18 billion a year. Program cost. Total estimated program cost is of 80 to 90 billion a year. So this is the focus we need to focus on. New taxes, 7.6 billion. The multiplier effect, 25 to 38 billion. Reduced poverty cost, 12 billion to 18 billion. Licensing revenue is of 600 million to 2.2 billion per country, and business stock growth of 8 billion to 11 billion. Total yearly offsets 55 billion to 78 billion. Now, let's talk about the international licensing. The flat rate of international licensing is of 600 million a year for this economic system. For 600 million a year you give us, we give you $1 billion. But this is how it works. For each thing we need to invest in your country, the price adds up. Which means if we give you if you give us a payment of $1 billion, then we give you $3 billion. That's how we can maintain stability in business and economic. So let's talk about licensing and international licensing. Base licensing, 600 million a year per country. Full economic system will support 1.6 billion to 2.2 billion per country. Smaller nations, 300 million to 500 million per year per country. Projected a 5 countries barrier system for us Canadians. It is a revenue of 3 billion to 7 billion in annual revenue. Currency growth projection. Based on IMF currency validation models, GPT growth 4%, poverty drops 15 to 20%, and national deficit decrease, and investment climbs. Projected currency increase to 8 to 13% in the next 3-5 years after projected the plan. Risk management. Now we're going to talk about the risk of management. Inflation control via structured payouts. No money printing required. AI and fraud direction, and program rolled out after 3 years. So when I say risk management, I'm telling you what we have to do to avoid the risk. And this is what we need to do. Let me repeat for the people who don't understand. Inflation controlled via structured payout. No money printing required. AI identify and fraud detection, and program rolled out after 3 years. Meaning we focus more on the computer and less on our papers. Intellectual property protection. ECONIZE-MORE is protected under government IP, economic design, copyright, and fully licensed rights. Unauthorized use qualifies as economic fraud and IP theft. Conclusion. ECONIZE-MORE is a scalable and exportable economy sound model. It strengthens the currency, stabilizes population income, and generates multi-billion licensing opportunity worldwide. Guys, my name is Dave Oconee. I come with this business of ECONIZE-MORE to bring the world to a stability. I understand worldwide, financially, we are struggling. But ECONIZE-MORE promised $2,000 a year monthly for low incomers who contribute to taxes, and $530 a month to the people who don't work, because I understand everybody needs food. This is Dave Oconee, and this is ECONIZE-MORE, a contribution of Canada, England, America, and other countries. Thank you.